Hello and welcome to today's tutorial. My name is DK Praise. In our last tutorial, we were able to learn how to connect our audio interface to our digital audio workstation. Today is to find out how do we set up a connection that will relate to all the ports that is in our audio workstation. Let me show us what I mean. Now, from what we did last time, we connected our audio device, our audio interface already to our DAW, our recording software, alright, which is in my case is UMC Astro Driver, which is what I am using. Alright, so now if I go to my VST audio system and click on my audio interface, I'll see all these ports that it has already. Okay, I am using a UMC 404 HD audio interface, and it has 4 inputs, 4 output. Okay, so I can rename it as I want. Maybe my input 1 is for microphone, my input 2, if you double click on it, you will be able to rename it. My input 2 could be for guitar. I can just say, let me type guitar. Okay, and input 3, I can decide to set up any other thing, violin and the rest. Okay, now this has been done already. We have to establish a connection from the audio interface to our software, such that when we plug our device, say the microphone, the guitar, the violin, whatever you have, or let's just say 4 different microphones to the 4 different channels, it will give us what we need. Okay, now that connection will be done through the technology called VST, Virtual Studio Connection. Alright, now you go to your device, click on VST connection. Okay, the shortcut there is F4 on your keyboard. Click on it. Now you have different options here. You have the input, you have the output, we have group effects, external instruments, studio, and the rest of them. But our emphasis today, our focus today is on the input and output, how to set up the input and the output. Alright, how is this done? This is done by setting up a bus. You may be wondering what bus is. Bus is actually a virtual cable that links your audio interface to your recording software. So to set up our input, what we simply do is add bus, and when you click on bus, it will ask what kind of bus you want to add. A mono bus, a stereo bus. We'll do the two in this tutorial. So first of all, I'm setting up a stereo bus. It has been created. Okay, now my left input in the stereo bus is connected to my first channel, which is the mic. You remember where I renamed this? Here you have the microphone, you have the guitar, you have the violin, and the input 4. Okay, so that's that. While my right channel is, which is the channel 2, now is connected to my guitar. Alright, let me add another one now. I'll be adding a mono bus this time around. Let's say 2. Okay, 1 mono bus for now. Alright, so now I have added a mono bus. The mono bus now is connected to one of my channels, the violin, but I have the liberty. I can change it to anything I want. I can change it to anything. I can say, okay, don't connect it to violin. I still want to use it for my microphone. So I can select it and connect it there. Same thing happens to here. You can select wherever you want and get it done. I'm adding another input bus right now, and then it automatically sets it up to violin. Okay, so however I want to do now, these are my bus connection. These are my virtual cable connections that I'm doing now, setting them up to the ports of the audio interface. Alright, so let's go and set up our output now. There's no output that has been set up already. So what we're going to do right now is click on add bus. Since we'll be listening through a stereo system, which we have the left and right outputs, we'll be setting up a stereo output bus. So what we have just done now is, okay, you can see that we have our left and right stereo, left our output 1 and output 2. So we've been able to set up our input and our output channel. In our next video, we are going to be setting up tracks and connecting each track to each of these buses that we have created. Please, if you enjoyed this video, I want you to help me like this video, comment and share. And if you have any question or contribution, let me see it on the comment box. And help me please subscribe to my YouTube channel, as I will bring in lots of these videos your way. Thanks and God bless.